Kevin, I know you've faced off against Kawhi many times in your career. When he gets going like that, what's special about it and what makes it difficult?
Yeah, he's a shot maker. He can make shots from all over the floor. I mean, he prefers the mid range. Uh, and then they missing a couple guys, so they playing through him majority of the night. He's just patient out there. He's one of the greatest of all time. So, um, you gotta be worried about a guy like that all game.
Third straight for Jabari, third straight double-double, for Jabari. What have you liked about him the last couple of games in particular?
Well, his poise, his patience. He's taking great shots, he's shooting great shots, knocking them down, playing with confidence, and then just being aggressive on the boards. He's always been that way, but I just think he's just knocking down shots this run.
Got an all-star question for you. I saw you saw the rosters were revealed and said you're on that old heads team. Do you think the old heads will compete and try to win the whole tournament here?
You should ask the Europeans if the world team if they're going to compete. I mean, because we look at Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic now. Let's go back and look at what they do in the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're going to question the old heads and the Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game at all. These dudes be laying on the floor, they shoot from half court, but you got to worry about the old heads playing hard. I can read between the lines, bro. And I just think a lot of times, I'm just say that I can read between the lines. And it's not just about you. It's just a overall topic that everybody has just been talking about. You just happen to ask me that question.
I will say that's a fair point. Read between the lines. Also, Victor, I think, has said he plans to play hard in the event.
We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Yeah. Of course, Vic going. I mean, he said that last year too, and they say it was the worst All-Star game that people watched. So we're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? And who knows what's gonna happen? This format might change the game, but who knows? We'll see.
Headed into the All-Star break, what have you thought about not only the way that you all have played, but can you give an assessment of this team and what you expected from them coming in and where you all are now?
I have no expectations for anything. I think expectations ruin situations. I feel like when you put huge expectations on anything, it'll never meet up to your standards, So I try to just take it a day at a time and truly assess what we're doing out there to get better, the process itself, So I feel as though we've given up a few games. We've given up leads this year. I feel like we went stretches where we weren't shooting the ball well, and we went stretches where we turned the ball over. I think we also had stretches where we were a dominant basketball club. But for the most part, I just think our consistency can always get better. I think every team is focused on consistency, and once you see what your best is, your best output is, how can you consistently be at that level every day? And if you're not at that level every day, what's the real problem? You know what I'm saying? And I think for the most part, it's come from turnovers, missed shots, good looks, but missed shots. And that's about it. I mean, we play hard. We got great intentions. We care about each other. We move the ball when we see somebody's open. We got great intent, like I said. But yeah, I don't put expectations on anything. I didn't put it on this team coming into the year. Just go with the flow and approach every day like it is, and try to make adjustments on the fly and learn, and then build your identity and go from there.
Kind of a follow-up to that with not necessarily about expectations, but you've seen a lot of basketball and had a lot of success. What do you tell guys that are still trying to figure it out, kind of how to, come back in the second part of the rest of the season and do some of those things you just talked about?
Don't think about anything but your break and enjoying yourself and getting away from the game. And a lot of these guys haven't missed a lot of games. They've been playing in the lineup, so it's good that you can take your mind off the game, recalibrate, refocus, not put too much pressure on yourself, and come back after the break. 19 years, I had 19 All-Star games, and there's times where I went into the break thinking too much about the first half of the season, come out the break with that same thing on my mind, not being refreshed. So hopefully guys just come back refreshed, enjoy that break, and know that this is the home stretch for us. But we got a group of guys that have been in the league for multiple years now, so they know what it's like after All-Star break.
Has your ability to not put expectations and take things day at a time gotten better over your career?
sure.
When did that shift happen for you?
I want to say that first year in Brooklyn, because we had the team to go win a championship, and every game I was expecting, all right, we're gonna blow these teams out, or it's gonna be a tough. I was putting expectations on every game, and then stuff out that's out of your control. You can't, it factors in injuries and other guys not playing up to their expectations or their potential. So there's a lot of stuff that's out of my control, and I just try to focus as much as I can on bringing what I bring to the table and helping my teammates out as much as possible. And going from there, man, we human beings, so every day is not going to be – I know the roster looks a certain way, but every day might be different, Every game might have its own story. Every month might have its own story, so just get prepared for that stuff. It's an ebb and flow throughout the season, so you never know what can happen, what'll be thrown at you, the obstacles in front of you throughout the season, so I don't expect too much.
The last 2 games, it seemed like the Clippers threw a lot of stuff at you, blitzed you a lot on pick and rolls, aggressive defense, 13 turnovers over the last 2 games. What do you feel like has been the main through line?
I feel like playing late in the clock. I feel like they're selling out to stop some of my actions when I get it, especially the pick and roll. I've never seen this. When you're guys in the corner, when me and Alpy in the pick and roll, they're leaving their guys in the corner, running to. So it's basically extra man guarding the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Kawhi, say it again. From either side, I just felt like from the corners they were trying to steal those pocket passes to Alpy because they know it's just a special play for us, and we get a lot out of it. And they trap me so heavy out top, so. Sometimes I'm not seeing this third guy coming over there and getting a steal, and usually that pass is open, and then boom, steal. So it's a lot of times they're just putting extra guys on the ball, selling out, doing stuff that we're not used to as far as a defense, running off the strong side corner or leaving guys under the rim to come up the floor to help. Stuff like that is untraditional or unconventional, and Ty Lue does that. I mean, he's creative as a defensive coach, and I've been playing against him for so long that his philosophy is never to let me just be comfortable out there and beat him, so he's never going to give me base coverages. He's never going to, he's going to always try to throw some stuff in the game to disrupt me and Jeff Van Gundy. And they seen me live up close as my coaches too, you know what I'm saying, Team USA. So they can't let me get loose. And but at the same time, I got to play a little slower, see where these double teams, triple teams coming from, and just survey the game a little better.
Your detailed answer there on the Clippers kind of speaks to how every game has its story. But I did want to ask, just in terms of the process at the end of games, like just as a vet and trying to help the young guys come along, how do you feel like the process? I know you and Fred talked about this on the podcast earlier in the year about the process being better offensively. How do you feel like that could be better post All-Star break for you guys?
I just think that I think we can simplify a little bit more. I mean, you've seen when we got down 89-82, the offense we played with to go up 93-91. We went small. Jay Sean was rolling to the rim, creating advantages, playing fast, quick action. As soon as we come across half court, guys were setting screens. We were getting downhill, putting 2 on the ball. So I think we just play a little quicker earlier in the clock. I think a lot of times we tend to play a little late in the clock, and now we're rushing it now for team sees with 4, 5, 6 seconds to go, and you're outside the three-point line. It gives them more confidence to sell out and try to stop that ball, So we start our offense a little earlier, quick actions that get the 2 on the ball, and we get it rolling from there.